Okay, so it couldn't. Hi again. It's Nathan. I thought I'd do a special profile for today, since it's my birthday. A couple of my buddies, one in particular, always wondered how I made Lightsworns so odd but efficient. And I thought, for his sake, because Lightsworns are actually a really old deck, and I've been trying to make them good, or I've been trying to learn them for 6 years now, and I think I've finally got it. I play the new ones in it, so let's just start. And this is my personal build, so it might not be the best, but like I've said before, this is my way of doing it, and if you don't like it, well, then that's tough for you. If you like it, that's chill. Fucking try it out for yourself and see how you think of it. So 3 Lumina, it's kind of straightforward. You pitch a card, someone from the graveyard. Raiden, your main phase Miller. And he's a tuner, so he's pretty good. This is the regular lights ones. There's the Twilight ones are in afterwards. 1 Lila for popping back row, because she pops set ones. 2 Wolves for if you mill him, you get special summons. So that's pretty good. He's kind of dead in hand, but that's fine. One of my tech choices, Gregonith, because of how I build the deck. Gregonith's really good. I had a Shire in here too, but I took her out for Felice. She can only be summoned by monster effects, so you can't foolish her. Well, you can, but you won't get the summon, which is really stupid. But she can tribute herself to pop monsters, so she's pretty good. And with 2k defense, she's not bad. 1 Gareth. Basically Lumina, or not Lumina, Jesus. Like Minerva, the X-Seed, except you only get the mill draw when your other Lightsworn activate their effects. So like main phase, tribute her, pop monster, her effect mills 3, mill 2, draw 1 for each Lightsworn. For the Twilights, we have 2 Lumina. She's pretty much the same as the regular Lumina. Excuse me. Except this sassy lady can remove 1 from your hand or graveyard to someone that's removed from play. And when another Lightsworn activates its effect, you mill 3. 1 Raikou. On normal or flip, you can remove 1 from your hand or grave to banish any card on the field, non-target. So it's really good for getting over stuff that can't be destroyed. 1 Lila. Ultimately she's MST for face-ups. When a spell, trap, or its effect, or their effects are activated, you can chain it, remove 1 from your hand or grave to pop a face-up spell trap on the field. 2 Jane. Jane can banish 1 from your hand or grave to target a face-up monster on either side of the field, and it loses attack equal to the removed monster's level times 300. So it's really good for running over stuff. And then for the non-sworns, we've got 2 Summoner Monk. It's good for ditching dead spells to get out your level 4s. To set up for like Minerva or Synchros, stuff that could be useful later on in the game. He's really good for progressing to late game at any point. So it's really good to have. The only downside is that the monster you summon can't attack. So, that's not a big deal though. It's not going to be staying on the board for long. 2 Kage Tokage. I don't know what compelled me to put this thing in this, but it's here, it's done. I do it because you can normal this, special this, and then this will go to defense mode, which is fine, and then pitch a spell, and then you get a free Minerva plus a Lightsworn monster, so that's pretty good. 1 snow for now. I might play 2, depending. She combos off with some of the other things in the deck, especially the Lightsworns, and one of the extra deck monsters I have is literally in here just because of her. Red Med. Gregonith, summon it back. You can banish Gregonith for this. Summon the Dark Lumina. Banish one from your hand and summon Gregonith. So you basically get 2 special summons off 1 card, which is pretty good. Do a Light Pulsar. Pretty self-explanatory in this. I mean, everything's light and dark. So you literally have all the options. You can pitch them from your hand to summon it. If he dies, you can bring back Darkest Metal. Darkest Metal can summon him, which is really good. And 2 JD. I wanted to play 3, but it just doesn't feel right to have 3 in there. But that, like I said, this is just my personal preference. 2 has always worked for me. And 3 always seems to clunk. And then for back row, the deck plays no traps. Hold on, I don't think so. No, it doesn't. So 3 charge, pretty self-explanatory. You mill, which is sending the top 3 cards of your deck to the grave. Milling is the universal term used for it. Mill 3, add any level 4 or lower Lightsworn, so add like Lumina, really needed. So the recharge, your draw engine, dump 1 from your hand, mill 2, draw 2, and 2 March. I don't see a lot of this being used. Excuse me for a moment. Sorry. I don't see March being used very often, although it's really good, depending on the point you use it, because you target a Lightsworn in your grave with a level, you put it in your hand, and then you banish. You banish mill the top cards of your deck equal to its level. So it can be really good if you have a Lightsworn already removed, or you already have one on your field. Now for Nathan Tech. 2 Mask Change Second. There's a good reason for this. I can't really explain it right now, but there's a good reason for this, trust me. It won me a game, and I think it's hilarious. 1 Reborn, pretty obvious. 1 Reinforcement, it's pretty obvious. And 1 Foolish, it's pretty obvious. Mill Wolf. Free Wolf. Oh god. And extra deck. 2 Curious. The Lightsworn Dominion. There's like friggin' 6 or 7 different ways to get it out in this, because you've got, I think, 4 or 5 different types for light and dark. So it's not really hard to summon. Plus, if your opponent gets rid of it, like say they send it off for an effect, or if they run it over, or if they nuke it, you can add back like JD, Reborn, pretty much anything. Plus, it can send Wolf or Felice, and they get summoned because it's being sent from the deck to the grave by monster effect. So they both get to apply, and you get to mill 3 afterwards. So he's really good. Clara and Rushka. Oh my god, this thing is so dumb. I only play it because it's adorable. There's only been 1 instance where I've summoned it, and it got ran over immediately. But it's just worth it. It's just worth it. It does nothing for Lightsworn whatsoever, but it's just worth it. Guy Saber, generic Link 3, he's 26. Triple Burst, negate stuff in damage steps, so like if they try to friggin' drop balanced or something, you can just be like, no, that's okay. You can lose that. That's fine. Exceeds, double Minerva. Detach 1, mill 3, draw 1 for each Lightsworn. If it's destroyed by the opponent, you can mill 3. Both effects are the mill 3 for the destruction is optional, of course. And then you can target cards up to the number of Lightsworn monsters and destroy them. So she's super good. If only she wasn't a hard once per turn. Okay, brilliant. Just for the sake of if I have dead Luminas on the field, just do this. Give all my guys 300. And my mask change targets. Darklaw. Darklaw bends over a lot of the meta stuff right now and just spanks the shit out of it. Because if you're playing a deck that needs its graveyard, but you need a special summon, he's just like, yeah, you can do that if you want to, but you're going to lose your guys, and I'm going to laugh at you. A lot of decks search nowadays. Oh, you search? That's cool. I'm going to remove something in your hand because you searched. So you don't plus, and I could hit something more important. So that's hilarious. Plus 24 is not bad for level 6. Koga is really good because you have a lot of light targets, and he's good in the battle phase. So like if you attack with a Lightsworn, so you have like Michael, you attack with Michael, you mass change him into this, that's another 25, that's 5100 off of one monster. That's pretty damn impressive. That's pretty damn impressive. Plus you can just bring it back with the Dark Lumina, so there's literally no loss from summoning this guy. He gains 500 for every monster your opponent has, and he can banish this bad boy from your graveyard, if need be, to cut a monster attack by 2400. Synchros, 1 Michael, pay 1000 to banish a card. That's all it's really used for. Ancient Fairy, just because she's a level 7 and she's 3k wall. Wyvern, choice card. This thing's amazing. As long as your life points are higher than your opponent's, she gains attack equal to the difference. So, if you summon this, and say you have like say you had this on board as well, because you had Curious. So, 24 and 20, or is it 24? Yeah, 24 and 26 is 5,000. If I'm at 8,000, and they're at, oh Jesus, 3, she gains 5,000 attack points, so she's 7,100. So that's literally instant game. As long as your life points are higher, she pretty much wins instantly. So, you know, that's balanced. That's super balanced. Only side effect is if your life points are lower, she loses the difference. But if she would be destroyed in battle, you can pay 1,000 to summon her back to the field. The Angel of Zara. This is the snow tech thing I was talking about. Because Angel of Zara's effects are it gains 100 attack for each of your opponent's banished cards. So, in tandem with this, right? Say I banish like 6 or 7 cards from my opponent's grave, or like from their hand. That's 600, 700, that's 3,500. If at any point it gets banished, by any means, during the next standby phase, summon it back to the field. For free. It's a hard once per turn, but since you only play 1 copy, it doesn't matter. You summon it, like it gets bottomless, it gets torrential. You snow it, it gets banished, comes back. Its effect, you know, it hits the board, because it's a summon effect. I think, oh, I haven't tried that. No, they can strike it when it's removed from play, and it'll stay banished. But the thing is, was it? No, okay, I'm wrong. So the only way to get rid of it is if they strike or warning it while it's banished, and then it's gone. But then they minus a card, and I can put it back in my graveyard, I'm pretty sure, because I side Burial from a different dimension. So it's literally no loss. I get free pluses. And Scarlet. For those wonderful moments when my opponent decides to just drop their hand onto the board, I look at them, you know, I got this calm expression on my face because apparently I have a mad poker face, and I'll be like, yeah, that's fine, you know, that's okay. I'll pretend like I'm fucked. I'm like, well, shit, this is bad. And then I'll go for this, and they'll be like, you know, what the hell? I bomb them, I attack, and they lose. So that was Sworn's. That was, you know, Nathan's, you know, Sworn. It's done pretty well for me. I don't think I've lost games with it, obviously, because you know you'll lose some points at some point, no matter what you're using. But I don't think there's been a deck that I've played against and lost to that I haven't won against afterwards. You know, some things can be interchanged depending on how you want to do it, but the deck's really good the way it is, honest to God. So if you enjoy it, give it a shot. By all means, please do. And if you don't like it, well, I'm sorry you don't appreciate Lightsworns, because they're absolutely fabulous. And thanks for watching. Have a wonderful night, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, depending on the time of day. And God bless.